Hello everybody and welcome to my video today. I'm excited to share with you guys another fun fold card. This is the double gate fold card. I believe is what it's called. I'm so bad at knowing the names of these really fun fold cards, but it has been a lot of fun to make them. So today I'm going to be using this stamp here, which is really cute. It's the one with the really fun animals. We're going to be using that. And then I'm also going to be using a sentiment from this set here. I know oftentimes once Valentine's passes and we have these Valentine's Day sets, we tend to forget about them, but they have great sentiments in them, and I want to use this Love You Lots. So that's what I'll be using. Don't forget that this month, when you place a $75 order with me for Stampin' Up! Product, I am giving away the Peaceful Poppies Elements, which I've used a ton this month. They are super cute, and I love them. So make sure you do that. And then also, don't forget that Celebrations is happening, and today we're going to be using one of the celebration items, and these are items that you can earn for free. For every $50 that you spend, you get to pick out a celebration item. Now I'm going to put up on the screen here a little photo that is going to show you many of the options. All of these products you can earn when you place a $50 order. The twine also has sequins with it. So just so you know, those are the things that are going on this month. So let's dive in and get started with this card. The first thing that we're going to do is we need our card base, which is going to look like this. I'm using Mango Melody. I want this to be 5.5 wide, and then I want to cut this at 8 1/4. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to score this a couple places, and this is what I like to do first. The first score I'm going to make is going to be at 2 1/8, and so I just like to use my bone folder for this, and then I feel like it's better if I just fold these tabs, fold the second tab. So here I've scored, and then what I want to be able to do is line this piece up with this piece, because you're going to want two flaps that open. So what I like to do is just line these up so that I feel like sometimes when I score it, it doesn't line up properly if I'm just scoring by measurement. I feel like if I take the time to line it up, it will line up better. So then we'll go ahead and just score these. Otherwise, if you really want a measurement, you can turn it and then score at 2 1/8 again, and it should line up. But like I said, I'm not good at that. I'm not the best at these fun fold cards. Okay, so now that we have our card base, this is what it's going to look like. Now let me zoom in so we can get started. I have a piece of Daffodil Delight, and we're going to need a couple squares here for our gate fold. So we're going to need by 2 1/2. So this is, I think this, is already 2 1/2. So we need 2 of these 4-inch pieces. And then we're going to need some designer paper to cover that with. And I'm using this sheet right here. So for this, we're going to go 3 3/4 by 2 1/4, and that's going to fit right over those panels. Make sure our design is the right way, and then we can just add these as layers. So we're just doing some prep work here before we dive in and make the card, and then once we have these pieces, then the card itself is super easy. Okay, the next pieces we're going to need are going to be from the tag. The coordinating dies, what you're going to do is cut out the tag, and I did that in some designer paper. And then we'll do our stamping and our cutting of the rest of the items. So we have our card base. And then what we're going to do is add these 2 pieces just like this onto our card. So one piece we want to make sure has adhesive on this side, and then one piece on this side. And so then it's going to open up like this. So you just want to make sure that you are not putting adhesive all over both pieces, sides, because then the card won't open. So we'll do the bottom piece first, and then we'll go ahead and do this top piece. I like to just hold it over the card, and then I can use that as a guide to put my adhesive down. You want a pretty good amount of adhesive because it's only holding on to one side. So then you can make sure that there's enough room in between each layer. It doesn't have to be perfect because our tag's gonna cover up a lot of that, but this is why it's called the double gate. So it just goes like that. Now, when I'm doing these types of fun fold cards, I like to make an element where it will have like a tab that it can tuck into that will hold the card shut. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want. You could just totally put your image on there and not even have it connect anywhere, but I just like having that element of something connecting. So that's what we're going to do with our tag. And in order to do that, what I want to do is take our celebration twine, and I love this twine. It's beautiful with the foil in it, the gold and the silver foil that makes it shiny. And what I like to do is take this and have it together so it has both of the colors. So I just unroll it together, and then I use it the way I would normally use one piece of twine. So what we're going to do is wrap this around the one edge, and I'm going to wrap it around several times. You see I have a lot of it. And I really want to wrap this around, and then I'm going to tie a bow, and then the way I'm going to do this is so that the twine can slide back and forth on this piece, and then that way we can add our tag. So we might have to adjust this in a minute, and that will be okay because of the way we've tied it. So now we have everything tied. I actually like the way the bow is. I don't need to adjust the loops any. And then I'm just going to trim these so they're not quite so long. So now this piece can definitely slide and adjust, and we'll do that in just 1 second. So now we can add our tag. Actually, I can show you this part right now, and then we'll do our stamping. So what I want to be able to do is add my tag so that the tag part can slip under the twine, like so, and then it's going to hold the card shut. So I want it to be at a little bit of an angle, and so you can see how I'm adjusting that. And I think right there is going to be perfect. So what I'm going to do is lay this flat, have this tucked up under the corner, and then I'm going to lift my tag here on the bottom, and I'm going to put my adhesive down on this piece. Oops, I got it a little too far down here. Let me just get that adhesive off there. Perfect. So now when I want the card to open, I can untuck that corner and then open it up just like this. And then when we close it, we lift the tag, and then we can very easily put that right under the twine. So now let's do our next part. For our next part, we're going to need our punch that looks like this, and some more of the designer paper. So I have a white stitched circle. It's a small one, and it's from my Stitched Circles. And then I have a piece of the designer paper, and we're gonna go ahead and just punch out this piece. And then we need to do a little bit of stamping with our stamp set. So you can just pick your image. I'm gonna use the little koala bear. We are gonna use let's use basic gray for him. We'll stamp him, and then let's not forget to stamp his face, because I've not, been known to forget his little face. And so we just need a black. I'm going to use my VersaFine because it's right here. I'm hopefully going to get that lined up. Not bad. Okay, now we'll cut him out with the dies. So we're just going to use our die to go ahead and cut him out, and then we'll finish the card. Here's my little guy all cut out, And I just use a little bit of washi tape to hold them in place. And then let's go ahead and add these pieces. So with our Starburst piece, we can just make that flat. And this is going to go right here, like so. We will add our koala on some dimensionals, like so. And then we're going to take our Whisper White circle and we will stamp our Love You Lots from our Valentine's Day set. And we can do that in Mango Melody. That's what's gonna go ahead and coordinate with this really well. It's just barely gonna fit on there perfectly. And then we'll take some adhesive and add this right to this piece, just like so. And then we have our very fun double gate fun fold card that opens right up. You can put Whisper White paper in here in the front or in the inside so that you can add your message, and then it just slips together like so. I love the way it came out. I hope you enjoyed this fun fold card. I'm enjoying making them and seeing how they go together and doing the fun things with them. I'll have another one for you next Thursday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow with Memory Keeping Friday, so make sure you come back and check out my project for tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.